can I deregister and home educate my child with special educational needs as easily as I could for a child without those needs?
Um, I suppose it's not something that I would advise people to do lightly. Um, in terms of because it is almost always not going to be a good idea. Um, in terms of how one goes about it, one will have to persuade the local authority that the child is going to receive suitable education at home, and you will not be getting any assistance whatsoever with that. And that
Mm,
includes any extra assistance, speech and language or occupational therapy or anything else. So, um, in theory, one can seek to do it. In practice, it is hard to see how it is going to be a good idea for the parent, and it's certainly hard to see how it could be in the best interests of the child.
hmm Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think it's one of those, isn't it, where, like you say, it shouldn't be a decision that's taken lightly. And, other factors might encourage you to want to deregister and home educate, such as if there is bullying going on, um, issues with the child if they're, if they're struggling with a certain element of schooling. But like you say, that the sort of consequences can be huge to not having that extra support in place.
And often it then is, relatively tricky to get back into the system.
Yeah.
Again, um, I would say it's often a better idea to try and improve things in the relevant setting, or seek to change settings, or seek to get extra provision in place, or seek to ensure that reasonable adjustments are made at the school, or if there's bullying, seek to get the school to deal with bullying. Schools generally tend not to like bullying if it's brought to their attention. Um, and sometimes they can deal with bullying fairly quickly. Um, so I would have serious concerns. And I do see people doing this, pulling their children who've got special education needs out. And quite often matters just deteriorate at home until they
Yeah.
then reach crisis point.